mask choice has become a flashpoint, with people around the country showing up for group protests without masks, causing tensions to flare in several stores, and then leading to this plea from the North Dakota governor.
If someone is wearing a mask, they're not doing it to represent what political party they're in or what candidates they support. They might be doing it because they've got a 5-year-old child who's been going through cancer treatments. They might have vulnerable adults in their life who are currently have COVID and are fighting. If somebody wants to wear a mask, there should be no mask shaming. You should look at them and say, that person's wearing a mask because for them, there's additional risk in their life.
Joining me now, Betsy Woodruff-Swan, national correspondent with Politico, and Eddie Glaude, Princeton University professor and an MSNBC contributor. Welcome to you both. A couple of things. I'll start with you, Eddie, on this. Your interpretation of what's actually going on here. When the president said, here's the quote, "I didn't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing it," referencing his wearing a mask. And then, to those who will criticize and say, hey, if you don't wear a mask, and this applies to anybody, what you should be wearing is a T-shirt that says, I don't care about you.
Well, look, with regards to President Trump, there is, I think, not only his concern about how he's perceived, but there is this kind of politics of masculinity that he wants to be seen as strong, as virile, and the mask makes him appear weak. And I think so there's that dimension of this. In terms of the other part of it, Alex, I think what we're seeing here is a kind of caricature of a libertarian politics, where a certain notion of liberty has everything to do with I'm free to do whatever I want to do, no matter what harm it may do to others. We know that wearing a mask has everything to do with preventing others from getting sick, just in case you are asymptomatic. And so part of what we're seeing here is, in some ways, the ugly underside of a discourse of freedom that has had the country by the throat for a long time.
Yeah, but your reaction to the North Dakota Republican governor, Eddie? I mean, he got so choked up talking at people who may be suffering from cancer treatments, people who are trying to still get over, difficulty with COVID, and wearing a mask for those people.
Yeah, decency ought not to have any party affiliation, right? Caring and empathy ought to be a sign of a decent moral character. But when you walk around thinking that you cannot have a mask on because you are in some ways embracing an idea of freedom, and then dismissing and shaming others who are protecting loved ones, it shows in some ways a kind of callous heart.
Yeah.
And so I see exactly what the North Dakota governor's doing.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.